Okay. Hi, everybody. All right. So, did you guys know that only about 20% of Americans speak a second language? And compare that to about 56% of Europeans who speak a second or a third language. My name is Ernestine Lyons, and I am the proud founder of Ling Global Consulting. We are an LLC, and we are a social enterprise, and it's an educational service that offers bespoke travel experiences to non-traditional travelers, that is people on a budget or people who don't think they can travel. And we also offer a sort of liaison service between disadvantaged students, teachers, language learners, and opportunities to see the world. We teach students to never let a lack of opportunities teach you from being resourceful. And we also teach through learning a language, a foreign language, you can find the courage to speak up, speak out, go everywhere, be anything, and to be a global citizen. Born into the circumstances I was in the city of Detroit, there was a high expectation that I really wouldn't amount to much. But I found languages as a means to connect with the world and to bridge gaps of understanding and to connect with people. And through learning a language and speaking with a person, connecting with them, I gained a sense of credibility. People saw me as someone of worth, and then I gained empathy of that person. And I wanted to be diplomatic. I wanted to be a diplomat, and I wanted to connect with people. But I feel I missed my calling and stumbled into a new one, and that's when Ling Global was born. I wanted people who look like me to have opportunities to see things and go further than I had gone. The problem is, not only do we live in an atmosphere of xenophobia and a climate of distrust of things that are foreign or different, but we also, as Americans, we are uneasy about interacting with foreign environments or people who are different than us. Closed-mindedness creates a need for Ling Global. And through school districts, working with them directly in classrooms, working with individuals and travelers, study abroad programs at universities, Ling Global has your solution. So we teach how to give you courage. To me, being a global citizen is leaving a legacy of exploration, peace, and seeking rational understanding, and learning different perspectives. It's also adding value to the world and making connections. To be involved, to be engaged, and to see what's possible by bravely pushing your limits. So my message here is a call to action. And at Ling Global, we want to start an empathy revolution. I hope we can all see language as a tool for connection and make language learning more equitable for everybody and something that is obtainable for students. Some of the services that I offer online and in the classroom or via our seminars are passport services, such as learning about customs and global entry, language workshops, travel coaching, and cultural immersion experiences. These are my students, and I help them connect with native speakers and to find free resources in your community. And in the small town of Harper Woods, I use this school district as a prototype to help kids see what's possible within global education. I've been gathering research since 2015 to help people understand how learning a language has given these kids a sense of self-worth. They have been learning self-esteem, and they have improved their grades. And then they see what is possible when they interact with other cultures. Our plans for the future are to reach out to more schools and to be in 4 schools by February. We also are a social enterprise that empowers the community to be more inclusive and to be more globally minded. We'll be moving forward and setting up a business bank account with a $500 startup cost. In addition, we'll be upgrading our website to include plugins for interactive language videos and travel sort of like country profiles. And then we are going to be updating social media, ebooks, and photo stock pictures. Thank you. Any questions?
Have you taken your students to other countries?
No. People saying, "Oh, you have a small business now." I'm like, "No, I have a baby business. It's even smaller than a small business." So, like, we haven't really started doing anything but we're giving the students hope, and we're showing them what's possible. And now that I kind of have opened up space in my schedule, I think I'd like to be able to start to get the community involved, and to me it means having the parents come to community events where we talk about the importance of learning a foreign language and why you can travel. And I think it involves getting everybody on board, because in America the problem is we're afraid to travel. We think it's scary out there. And I think you have to get everybody on board to even let them, let me take your kids. Yeah, you can trust me, but do you even want them to be outside of the country? Question?
I would think that there are places in the city of Detroit where you can practice other languages. So you can speak to somebody.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So and there are places. So for example, in New York, I think of Chinatown. You could actually go to New York and buy something in Mandarin with the shopkeeper that only speaks Mandarin.
That's the thing. Look, we actually, I'd like to take my kids to like cultural immersion experiences, and I kind of talked about it here while they're still here, because a lot of times foreign travel is a little bit of a ways off, especially for me and my business model as it exists. But taking them to Madison Heights for like karaoke at like a Chinese or Korean restaurant, and to them, like coming from say either Detroit or Harper Woods, where there aren't that many opportunities for you to interact with people who are different than you, then that's new. That's new, and that's like the first step. Or either interacting with a Korean store owner. A lot of my girls like Korean. And so interacting with somebody who's from a different background than you is the first step, and that's the one that really gets them to open up and see, wow, that was amazing.
So I would say that one of your opportunities is to create a plan to take, or even say, taking 20 students to blah, blah, blah would cost XYZ.
I feel like that's one of my biggest things. Like, how do I monetize? Because I keep doing it for free. So, yes.
So that's a crowdfunding campaign kind of thing.
Okay.
That's like, what do I get if I give you $20? Well, that could get a student on a bus to go to blah, 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 where we will practice blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
They will speak. They will have to speak what they've been learning for the last 8 weeks. And you can have a different crowdfunding campaign every year, and it would make sense because maybe you focus on a different language, a different part of Detroit, a different, do you know what I mean?
Southwest Detroit, that's one of my goals. Like,
Mexican town, they order something off of a menu. Anyway, sorry.
When I hear I think of the missed opportunities that I had, one of them was in college. I wish I did a semester abroad, but never really tapped into it. And so I see college students as one of your untapped, is that they may need to take that leap or need to talk to someone about how to make that leap to do a semester abroad. And two, I used to work with high school students doing the UN mock.
Did you model UN?
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the things that I've always wanted, and I should probably do the crowdfunding, is to go into the UN and actually see the things happening, because that opens their eyes as well. So that's another avenue that you might want to do, is that each high school, may have a model UN, and they may need to make that leap to see.
I would say you should also look at partnering with Detroit Experience Factory. So they do tours around the city for mostly adults, but it could go all ages. It might be opportunities similar to what Ingrid was saying, that you could take basically go around the world in the metro area and then kind of do cultural language and immersions, but use them as a vehicle and like kind of like the organizer of it, and you're just the facilitator too. So it helps take some of the overhead and burden off of you, but also helps promote what your strengths are and use their network and their platform to bring people to you.
Are you familiar with Flick School and Roosevelt
Yes,
Park?
yes.
I was going to say that you
see,
should.
I didn't have the time to ever talk to them before, and I wanted to follow
And we
up.
work with them too. I'll say if you need like a contact, I could, but that'll be great for you because they do
You
foreign
know,
language
person I should talk to.
immersion.
Okay,
Like that's
okay.
what's
And
that's
then
exactly what it is. And they may have a model that maybe you can like just see what they're doing. Like maybe they do trips with their kids, and maybe you can like see what they do. I don't know.
Yeah. My son went there one year.
This isn't a question, this is just a feedback. I can like 10,000% in my mind see you pitching at the Michigan Women's Forward
Yeah,
event
I
when
was
it
told
comes
about
up.
when it was called the Dolphin Funding.
No,
It was Dolphin Tank. I think they
Dolphin
changed the
Tank.
name.
That was the presentation I just showed you.
Yeah.
I can like
Yeah.
see it.
Okay. Well, you're envisioning, you're speaking it into existence. So thank you. But yes, thank you all for your feedback and wonderfulness. I should probably
Great job.
like it.
Yeah, awesome.